War II began on September 1st, 1939, when Germany invaded Poland, shattering the fragile peace in Europe. In a matter of weeks, the world was engulfed in violence and despair, with families torn apart and entire cities reduced to rubble. As bombs fell from the sky, children cried in fear, mothers held them close, and fathers marched off to fight, many never to return. The swift brutality of Blitzkrieg left the world gasping for breath as the darkness of war spread across Europe. By 1940, France had fallen and Britain stood alone, battered by relentless bombings. Across the sea, an even greater horror was unfolding. The Nazis began their systematic extermination of millions in concentration camps, a genocide we would come to know as the Holocaust. Jews, Roma, and countless others were rounded up, separated from their families, and sent to die in gas chambers. Their screams were silenced by the cold machinery of hate, while smoke from the crematoriums filled the air, as the world watched in helpless silence. In 1941, the war grew even darker when Germany invaded the Soviet Union, and Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, dragging the United States into the conflict. The world seemed to break under the weight of suffering as the war spread across continents. Millions of soldiers, barely more than boys, were sent into frozen trenches and burning jungles, only to meet death or return home shattered in body and soul. Starvation and bombings became daily life for civilians across Europe, while in the East the Japanese spread terror and destruction. As the Allies pushed into Germany and the Soviets took Berlin in 1945, Hitler's regime crumbled, and on May 8, 1945, Europe was finally free from the grip of Nazi terror. But victory felt hollow. Entire nations lay in ruins, and the survivors were left to pick up the pieces of lives forever changed by unimaginable loss. The war ended with the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945, bringing Japan to its knees, but at a cost that the world still struggles to comprehend. By the end, more than 70 million people, soldiers, civilians, the innocent, were gone. The war left scars that can never heal, an entire generation lost, and a world forever haunted by the memory of what was destroyed.